Hello everyone. Now I want to talk about how to get recovered from the grief of losing a loved one to death. And I think, irrespective of the age, origin, and cultural upbringing, this is the common problem that every one of us will come to meet at some point of time with their family, friends, or anyone to that matter. And no one is an exception to that pain, and we all come out of it at our own pace. Before discussing about this particular topic, I just want to tell you a quick short story. So what happens is, there in a village, there is a elder sister and an younger brother, siblings. So both of them go to the same school and both of them report to the same teacher. So what happens is, the elder sister, let's say she is studying around 8th standard or something like that. So she is very good at mathematics, while the younger brother might be 6th class or 4th class. He's not that much good at mathematics. So the mathematics professor will go to the younger brother and tells that, see, I can't be with you 24/7. So all the knowledge I had taught to your elder sister, so she will help you in your exam preparation. And what happens is, before night of exam preparation, the kid takes support of his sister and prepares well for the exam. And by looking at her, he gets all the confidence. Yeah, I can pass the exam, I can face any question, like that. And on the day of exam, the duration of they both are reporting in the same examination hall, and the duration of exam is different from the younger kid to the elder sister, because elder sister is taking, let's say she is attending the exam only for 30 minutes, while the younger brother is supposed to take it for 1.5 hours. Let's say there's a difference of time. So what happens is, the sister and brother both started taking the exam at the same time, but the elder sister completed her exam in 30 minutes and she started walking out of the exam hall. Looking at that, the brother loses all his confidence of attending the exam. He sees his sister as a source of his strength or confidence, and while she is walking away, he again feels overwhelming and started feeling nervous whether I can attend the exam or not, whether I can complete the exam or not, that I already started. Now let us cut the story here, and now let us discuss about the grief. I'll again come to the story later. So when a person in our life is lost to death, why it becomes very tough for us to comprehend that and move on in life is the matter of fact that the person whom we might regularly speak or see or interact or involve with is now not in an observable way in front of our eyes, and this is deeply rooted in some mental questions. Like, for example, after taking birth, the fundamental mistake that I think humans are doing is, we are perceiving the nature in the way that we perceive things. The fundamental laws of nature are different, the creation is different, but humans are measuring, perceiving, and understanding things in only their perception. Okay? For example, in the role of nature or cosmos, death might be a continuation point in the loop, but the humans were looking at the end point, because after death people can't interact with them, communicate with them, talk with them physically, vocally, or anything. So that is the reason we might look it as an end point, but in the laws of nature it might be a comma, not a full stop, in the loop of continuous simulations. I understand it takes a lot of different perception and to receive what I'm saying, but keep your comprehension open-minded throughout this video, so that might be you can welcome a new perception. So what happens is, at an incident where we get to know the person that we love is no more, at first we start to deny the fact. Our neural pathways will not acknowledge or is not welcoming the fact that this person is no more. We can't speak with them or interact with them, and this particular thing is not allowed by our brain, because somewhere in our mind we think life is something controllable and something predictable, and death is a phenomena which is violating these two to the level of core. And after some time, there will be a grieving period where we will come across a lot of frustration, because how a beautiful thing as life can have a dark or scary thing like death. And after that, we start to live by thinking that time will heal. But the thing is, in order to let the time heal, we also have to be open-minded and acknowledge and completely be okay with that matter of fact that whatever happened has served its purpose, and things came to an a temporary pause in the large scale, and we have to be open-minded. Only then the time can heal. Now let us take a quick pause and get back to the story. So while the sister is leaving the exam hall, she just looked at her brother and told, "My exam is done, I'm going. Now it is your take to take the exam, and don't get scared that I am leaving the hall, but remember what I taught you." This is an analogy, guys. So now let us try to interpret this particular thing to our lives as well. Some person, let's say grandfather or someone, was lost in life, lost to death, sorry. What we think is that they are leaving us, but everyone we meet in our life is they come into our life for certain purpose. So they come to our life for certain purpose because we might not be fully capable of fulfilling our purpose alone. And now let us try to understand the characters of the story. The headmaster might be a god, and the younger sibling might be us, and the elder sibling might be someone that we are grieving over. And the exam duration is the life duration, and the exam itself is death. And after going through the process of spiritual enlightenment, or a process or a certain portion of spiritual enlightenment, or reading all the scriptures and text and Vedic text and all, what I think is the purpose of life is to get prepared for death. It is very gutsy for me to tell this point. I know many of you won't agree to it, but in my understanding about life, the purpose of life is to get prepared for death, to fulfill all our karmic duties and be in a certain stature that we welcome death. So if that is the purpose, God is telling to us that you are alone can't fulfill your duty because you lack certain thing. Just like how a younger sibling is lacking the ability in mathematics, so God sent his sister, headmaster sent his sister to help him. In the same way, God and karma will send people at the right time in a right situation to us in a form of a right person, so that we can fulfill our own purposes. So that is the reason when we are grieving over someone's loss, so we also have to acknowledge that it is also equivalently important that we have to consider what they has taught us, what their presence has taught us, and what their presence in our life is important to us, and carrying their legacy is also important. Because sometimes if we understand that doing certain actions that certain people has taught us will remind us about them, right? Instead of just sitting and thinking about them, if we do what they has taught us and what their presence has taught us as their legacy, we feel certain fulfillment inside us. So the next time when either I pray that everything is going well in your life, but if you are a viewer, I strongly believe that you are viewing this because there is a karmic connection between both of us, and there is a necessity of exchange of information. So coming to the point, if the next time if you are grieving over someone, it is also important for you to remind yourself that practicing their legacy is the only solution. And at that point of time when the purpose of their presence is fulfilling, you will start to heal. Trust me, it happens. When that legacy is fulfilled, you will completely get healed and acknowledge and move on with your life and time. It is just the difference in experiences, viewers. It is like if a person is alive, we see them in a physical realm, but now the realms are different. The way they are in a different light, different realm, different dimension. That is different, and that is not something that we can comprehend. But it doesn't mean that they are not without us. Whenever you think that universe is communicating with you in certain way, whether your intuition, dreams, or numbers, or signals, or anything it might be, you don't know who is behind it. And it is also important that whenever we are grieving, we think why this happened to us. That is very common, right? Now let me tell you one thing. If we don't know certain cause, if we don't know answer to certain why, if we don't know why this happened to us, it means we are not supposed to be eligible to know that. It is written, it is defined in such a way that we should not be knowing that, because either if we know that, might be we couldn't digest it, or it is not necessarily required for us. So why is never an important thing. What is important? So what they have taught us, what they had, their presence is meant for us. Let us cherish that, and let us follow that, and try to adjust with our life. And I hope all the positivity, and I hope all the peace for you. And if you want more such content about positivity, please follow my page and follow me on Instagram. Subscribe to this channel, share this video to someone that you like or think this video can help. And thank you so much.